The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
Welcome to the
Tickle, spun, hop, skip and jump, athletics, skipping stones in the lane Olympics, in what with medals, Bengals, Olympic Bengals. So the sports range. This is what your show Hello, welcome
Circus.
to the All Seeing Guys, episode 88, I believe.
I think 88. Why is it that we can't...
travelling
Why
time.
is it now, more than ever, we can't remember the episode numbers? Because every time we've recorded in the last 3 episodes, we've just been like...
Because we do it such spontaneous times. I mean, when we record this one, we usually have one already in the bag. It's
true.
And it's like, what one's out, what one's in the bag, fucking...
What's this?
all
What's
over
that?
the gaff. It just causes confusion.
It does. It's very
I
confusing,
don't think
Greg.
it's a negative thing. We usually, unless it's wrong, we usually are right. We're both just
Apparently,
like,
we are
it's always
quite
right.
wrong.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good. It's a miserable day outside on this wet, rainy Saturday.
Fuck it.
But that's okay. That's fine with us. I've noticed something recently that I feel I need to bring up.
Okay.
It's a combination of sites
God.
I've
Are
seen.
we having an intervention?
No, not at all. I've seen quite an increase in the popularity of doors of late. But like doors? Yeah, but like selling doors.
What?
Like people that sell doors.
What? Why have you noticed this?
Oh, I'll tell you for why, Joe. I'll tell you for why. Recently, I've
Greg,
seen...
I've not noticed this.
How?
Ever.
Right, so it started a few weeks ago when a door Instagram popped up. I don't know why. I don't know why it popped up. Why the algorithm was like, you might like this.
So I'm under the assumption that a door Instagram is just literally an Instagram that has doors.
Well, it's a shop that sells doors. It specialises in sale of doors. I mean, doors have to come from somewhere, Joe. You buy doors.
Was it? Yeah. But
And it's their Instagram.
they're not like
I can't remember,
Starbucks.
I can't remember what they're called. It's quite a nice Instagram, to be honest with you.
Seen some doors you like, have you?
I can't remember the name of it, so I'm just going to type in
Doors.
doors. There's quite a few. The Doors of London. Well, there's loads. The Doors of Amsterdam. It's a hashtag, actually. Well, I've seen this page, and it's them selling doors. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I started seeing more adverts on TV for a different company selling doors. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I haven't seen a TV advert for selling doors.
Have you discussed doors like
No.
on your phone or anything at all?
No,
Have
no,
you had
no.
a conversation that involved
No,
doors?
today's the first day I thought about bringing it up.
It's very
then-
odd.
I was on a run this morning and I passed a new door shop that was different to the previous two I'd seen that had opened near here on Tolworth.
Something's going.
It's on Tolworth.
Something is
it's on
going
Tolworth
on.
Broadway. But I swear I've seen a second door Instagram pop up as well. Maybe because I looked at it, it's throwing more doors my way. I don't know. But like just an increase in the sales of doors.
Do you ever think like maybe there's like some sort of like tracker that like maybe there's so like these so there's like a shop and like if your phone has some sort of like tracker to it and if it walks past a certain shop it kind of links it and they just start showing adverts.
Maybe
That's it.
Maybe it's also just like they're going to make doors popular. You know, if we just get doors out there, we can start. You know, we can do some sort of door.
Greg, let's go to the door awards.
Great British. Exactly. There must be door. I'm going to check. Are there door awards?
Why would you have door awards?
Oh, there, Joe, can you check? Do you have the ability to check that in front of you?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be an interesting discovery.
We'll
like,
just see. The doors.
door awards.
Yeah, are there door awards? It'd be very, very interesting. But maybe it's going to be the next best thing, like Bake Off. Like they got some sort of Bake Off style door show.
Great British
like
door off.
carpentry, like making a door. Like, it just seems weird that I'm seeing so much about doors of late.
There's the doors.
Yeah, I know them. No, not personally.
Council housing residents receive fire door safety award.
Wow.
There you go.
So
that's
there's
something.
there's a fire door safety award.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even go to that. That sounds a bit too safe for us, though. I want like a really prestigious door award.
Nah, it's just Jim Morrison. That's all that's coming off.
We'll look into that further. I reckon there's more to this that we're not seeing.
Nominations are open for our Neighbour of the Year awards.
I like that.
No one's going to win that because everyone's going to want it and they're going to shit on everyone else to get it. They're just like,
It was interesting. It was just like
Sharon at 46 got 2 Alsatians.
It was just something I felt I should bring up. The fact that I've been noticing an increase.
That
in
is, I mean,
door
that's
sales.
that's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so like because it's just so like high street that I just don't even think about it. Like, not one of those like busy high streets like Kingston at all.
Broadway,
like Tolworth Broadway fucking high street. It's just one of those shops that looks like it's on there and you just walk past and don't even give it.
Maybe
the
it
time of
had
day.
been there a while, but I definitely noticed it today.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely catching my eye recently, doors. So keep an eye on. Maybe it'll be a new hobby. Maybe I'll start collecting pictures of doors. Who knows? I might do. Before coming here, I stopped in Poundland. I had to get some gift bags, and I wasn't paying extortionate prices off the card shop.
Why would you need to?
So I popped into Poundland, and first, and this isn't. I'm going to tell the story before geese dropping, but it easily could be a geese drop. When I was walking around in there, I heard this woman coming up the aisle behind me, and she was like, "Shoplifter coming through," and I was like, "That's interesting." And she walked past her, I guess her husband. They both looked pretty fucking crackheady. They had big Sainsbury's bags, and she was like, "Just watch what I'm going to do. Just watch what I'm going to do. Where's security?" There must be like 50 or so. She was like, "Where's security in this place?" And just started putting shit in our Sainsbury's bag. They had a basket for Poundland, but we're just robbing it. Like what? And I was like, "Okay, well they're being loud and vocal about it. Like, leave them to it." I don't think the guy was too happy she was doing it. Anyway, I had my item and I went, and I didn't even know they had self-checkouts.
What a hell of an experience!
And as I got to the front, there was a woman stood there by the tills and hello, and gestured me to the self-service, and I went there. But then when these two people came, she was like, "Oh, this till's ready for you," and like brought them to a till.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're busted.
Ha.
Anyway, I bought my thing and left. And anyway, I went to a shop. Then I was waiting for the bus to come here. And as I was waiting, I heard them coming towards me. And she was just like, "Fucking pricks." Like, and he's just like, "Fucking hell, fuck." She's like, "Oh, let it go. Don't worry about it. Let it go." And he's like, "No, they're all cunts. They're all cunts. They're all fucking cunts. They're all fucking cunts." She's just like, fuck them, fuck them. Like, obviously, I think they got caught. This is what
is wrong with
This is
people?
what I put together. But also, there was a second story about my trip to Poundland. And I kind of recall maybe seeing an article about this. But I got to the self-service checkout. And I wasn't really paying attention. I was like, I just scanned my stuff. And there was a family next to me. And I heard a really weird voice. And I was like, what the fuck was that? Did I ask if they had any bags? And I wasn't really paying attention to mine. And then I just heard my one be like, "You want a bag, hound dog?" And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that's when I realised that my till had Elvis Presley's voice.
That's so fucking
They all
weird.
did. They all had Elvis Presley, or an Elvis Presley impersonator.
When it came to like putting in the cash, was it just like one for the money, two?
Do you know what? I don't think it did. It should have. Do you know what? I kind of wish I'd paid more attention. I was so I was trying to listen to the couple behind me. But when I paid, he was like, "Oh, thank you very much."
Yeah, dude.
I was just like, wow. Messaged you and messaged Lizzie, just being like, fucking, the checkout was fucking Elvis. I mean, it wasn't fucking Elvis, but it was Elvis.
Do you remember when we talked about having Danny Dyer?
I still think
Mate,
that
that's
is...
it. If they can do Elvis, then Danny Dyer's got to be in there.
They should definitely do that. I love that you sent me that picture. I know it's probably old news now. Danny Dyer's in the Nativity play. But
Yeah,
like the
man.
Nativity play based on
The film.
The film.
Yeah.
The first one had, what's his name in it?
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. Have you ever seen that film?
I haven't, you know.
It's quite good, actually. Me and Lizzie
I know
watched it at Christmas.
the guy who did the teacher's assistant. I remember him because he used to do a prank show where
Yeah, I remember him.
it was the prank was that he was hired to prank someone's so someone could like write in and say, "I want to prank my friend," and they're like, "Okay," but then the person who wants to do the prank is the one that ends up getting pranked.
Yeah, okay.
And he just fucks it royal for them, and he's just so annoying.
He had another show called La La Land where he was like a struggling actor in LA.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that being pretty weird. But yeah, it's got a string of terrible sequels.
Of course.
Like, I mean, Martin Freeman. We watched with Martin Freeman
was in
it.
two of
Well,
them,
not
I
Martin
think.
Freeman. Martin Freeman's in one of them. Sorry.
Is he not in the second one?
No, the sequels. David Tennant maybe. And the third one's fucking Martin Clunes, and we saw the end of that, and it was fucking terrible. Like, I mean, the first one's bad, but it's a funny good bad.
I like the Danny Dyer's going to be great.
But Danny
As
Dyer
I
in it
as
is
I
amazing.
said to you, if he doesn't call a kid a little slag, no point.
It's incredible
like,
that Danny Dyer's doing that. I fucking love that Danny Dyer's doing the Nativity
What you
play.
want?
I'd happily go see that.
I'm not you, Sparko.
Anyway, enough about Dawes and Danny Dyer. Should we go into geese dropping when we hear snippets of overheard conversation?
Oh, yeah.
What have you heard?
Oh, let me tell you.
Right, Joe, have you got a geese job?
I fucking do, mate. I got an absolute doozy.
Oh, fucking hell.
I heard this the other day in Sainsbury's. 2 girls in the self-checkout. No Elvis impersonations
It's
involved.
a shame.
A girl just said to the other one, just like, I'd marry a doner kebab. A kebab is great for when you're down or feeling hungover. Or if you're feeling any sort of emotion.
That is good. That would be a good tagline if we opened our own kebab shop. It's great if you're hungover, feeling down, or for any kind of emotion.
Kebabs.
Kebabs.
For any kind of emotion.
Kebabs. They're always there for you.
They are.
So this geese job I actually have no idea where I heard it, but it's just written in my phone. And it was, she just wanted the man, innit? I have no context.
Just
to
one
it.
time. Just one of
No
the
context. I've
Just needed a man for a bit.
I've just been looking at it and have no context to it.
Yeah.
Next one is actually an odd one. It's a bit of a story Lizzie told me when she was on the bus. She said she was on the bus and there was it wasn't that busy. And she said the young lady sat there on the seat, pretty empty bus. And some old woman got on and went up to all the empty seats, went up to this woman with her bag on the seat and was like, I want to sit there. Move your bag. And the woman was like, what? Why? Like, there's loads of seats. And apparently the woman was like, you have no rights to do that. You have no rights to have your bag on the seat.
Sake.
And she just like, well, I don't understand what the problem is. There's so many seats. There's 2 right there. Why do you have to sit here? She said, you have no right to have your bag on that seat. I'm talking to the driver. And she went and spoke to the driver. I was like, excuse me, driver, does she have the right to put her bag on the seat? And the woman's like, what's happening?
Yeah, why is this happening?
And Lizzie just sat
this
there.
is irrelevant.
Fucking taking it all to note to tell me. But she was like, excuse me, driver, does she have the right to take 2 seats? And in the end, she was left to just... She got away with keeping her bag on the seat.
Yeah.
And apparently the woman came back and was like, I'm not sitting near you.
But then, why did you...
somewhere else?
So it was all just to prove a point? Or just try... Well, fucking bull bag. You know what? In that situation, if there's open seats, fucking have your bags there. I'm sure if it was a busy bus, her bags would not be on that fucking seat. I had nice and simple one. This Dan heard it in the pub a little while ago. Very, very simple. Just wanker.
That's good though. I like those ones. I like those.
It was good.
It's a tough insult to swallow when someone does that to you. And they do it purposely. You're like, what?
There's definitely the. I mean, obviously you cunts, you twat, it's the hard lettering.
Yeah.
Wanker sort of flows nicely.
Especially
so
at the end. Especially at the end of a laugh.
Yeah. Oh, you.
With a sarcastic
wanker.
laugh. Yeah.
Just like, and even if you don't even get into the context of it, just like, yes, I'm a masturbator.
Yes. Can I help you?
Absolutely. Yes, I'll confess to that. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Oh, thank you for getting involved. Thank you.
I'm wanking right now.
Excellent. I had a geese drop when I was in the marketplace in Kingston, and there was a couple walking towards me, and I think they looked like they were having a little bit of an argument, but the guy was like, kind of keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do this now. And I think she was a bit drunk, and she was like holding his arm. She seemed all calm, but she kind of said to him, hang on a minute, babe. You didn't want me to make a scene. Listen to me, babe. I'll show you what making a scene is. And he's like, no, don't. She's like, oh, it's babe.
What the fuck?
She's like, oh, babe. You don't want me to make a scene? Well, I'll make a scene if that gets the answers out of you. And he's just saying about her, I don't like it you drink during the daylight. And I was like, fuck this. I didn't see or hear what happened, but just he just seemed so like, please don't kick off.
That's fucked up.
Please don't make a scene. Like, don't do this. Like, and I'm like, fuck, man, that guy must be like, get me the fuck out of this situation.
I really hope that guy is no longer seeing that woman.
Yeah, so do I.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, so do I. But yeah, she was really, and this guy was obviously just like, just that embarrassment of just like, don't kick off. And it got me thinking.
Weak. You fucking weakness, mate.
Yeah. Just as embarrassing as well. Like, just I don't want to be exposed in public like this. Like,
man.
And it got me thinking, on the note of someone being in a situation you can't control, and it's going to cause big embarrassment for you. Maybe we want to talk about embarrassment as a whole, just briefly. Because I was thinking about it. Without getting too deep, I'm always thinking about what bothers me, like why when I do certain things, why am I a bit funny with talking to people on the phone, all these things.
It's that, those sort of things where, I mean, I've done a lot of things that some would consider
and
embarrassing.
likewise, yeah.
But there's only certain things that when I rethink them, I get that horrible feeling in my stomach of just like, oh, the fucking but not like. There's a lot that I should be embarrassed about, but I'm not.
To summarise embarrassment as a whole, I looked up the definition of embarrassment. It's a noun, a feeling of self-consciousness, shame, or awkwardness.
I have the definition of door here if you want to hear that. So
A person or thing causing feelings of embarrassment. Do you get easily embarrassed? I know this is a weird question saying what we've just talked about because you've done crazy things. I get your dick out recently in the pub. I took my shorts off and was just wearing my fucking Chicago Bulls vest as a nightie.
That shit is not embarrassing.
Yeah, that's it, right? I know what you mean.
It's a very very strange thing. I think
But me being told like my zip on my bag's open, I'm like, oh god, it's embarrassing. Like who saw that? Who saw them?
Oh my god!
Who saw them tell me? Like I tripped over that curb a little bit. Who saw that? Who saw
my
that?
bottle of water?
Oh, everyone knows I just sat in this chewing gum on this bus. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Like those sort of things really put me on. Like simple things like that really make my chest turn.
Yeah. I think there's the things that make me embarrassed are the things where I do something and it does not go well when I thought it would. So there's
when anal goes wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that entire thing. It's shit everywhere. Oh god, it was embarrassing. No, so like there was one. My standout moment of embarrassment that haunts me to this day was the first time that me and Karina went to New York. We spent the day bar hopping. We literally walked from like one end of New York to the other, just drinking. And we went into some random like fucking cowboy like restaurant place, and we got some drinks. And I had like a bottle of.
Did you say howdy and you got to the bar?
Mate, it was called like Buffaloes or something.
Nice.
It was fucking mental.
Passing through.
I swear I've told this story as well. But
I think you have, but it's okay.
So because we were drunk and that, and I just bought like a flat peak cap. I was really excited. And I had a bottle of cider, but it was like a slim bottle, like a bottle of Bud. And I had that, and I was just balancing it on the peak of my hat,
I remember how the story ends.
confidently. And then all of a sudden, like I look at Karina, and her eyes are just like, no, and the bottle is falling over onto the people eating below us, and my alcohol basically ruined their meal.
I bet it's terrifying, a bottle falling from the sky onto your table.
Yeah, man, it really shit them up. Like, and I was like, I just profusely apologized, and I was just like, look, like, I think I tried to give them money. Just like, look, let me pay for your meal that I've just ruined. Like, that haunts me.
How were they angry?
No, that's the problem.
They were okay.
They weren't really okay. They were obviously pissed off, but they weren't going to like flatten me out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they weren't demanding I like buy them the entire fucking menu.
Did you leave straight after that?
Yeah, like immediately. Just like I am so.
Before
sorry.
they asked me, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That is the moment of embarrassment that haunts me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's more, but that sticks out.
So, yeah, I get easily embarrassed as well by silly things that should just be normal, things that wouldn't bother anyone else, but they bother me.
Yeah.
Like getting something wrong on the phone. I had to call IKEA loads recently to do because they get fucking up deliveries, and I had to call the customer service like 3 or 4 times. And this shows I'm getting old, having to call IKEA's customer service. And every time, minimum, I was on the phone for an hour.
You've changed, man.
I was on hold for an hour once before anyone spoke to me. Fuck. They spoke to me for 3 minutes and put me in a hold for 25 minutes, and the line went dead. I was not happy.
Oh, mate.
But I still didn't ring them up and was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Hello, sorry, you got cut off.
Yeah, no, that's always the way.
How embarrassing for me. I cut the phone off. I didn't, but...
I am so sorry you hung up on me.
I'm so sorry. You hung up on me. But yeah, just like embarrassing. And I was thinking, like, led me to think about the term, I almost died from embarrassment.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, can you die from embarrassment?
Oh, I fucking hope so.
Well, I looked it up, and a lot of the answers I was finding was like, yes, but in the terms of too embarrassed to go see a doctor about a problem.
Yeah.
You know, my dick's turning into a fucking burning fucking hunk of wood. I should go get it looked at. Oh, I'm too embarrassed though. And then it just spreads and kills you.
Or in that regards as well, of just like, or being with the girl and like prematurely ejaculating or not being able to get hard. Like, that should be embarrassment. I'm just like, shit happens, man. I drank a lot of whiskey tonight. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. They will never want to see me again. If not, that's fine.
I just like, well, shit happens.
Well, I did find an article that
I like the when I've previously prematurely ejaculated, I like blaming it on the vagina.
Yeah. Good.
I just feel like, your vagina's so powerful and magical.
They've led me down a dark alley and took me away.
There you go, because you're getting over the problem by just complimenting them.
So now, if you slept with a girl that heard you say that and you didn't finish quickly, they're gonna be like, oh, so what, my vagina's rubbish?
I'm just like,
I heard on the podcast.
Like, oh fuck, I'm having
No,
sex with fans.
Jesus Christ, damn it!
She's like, no, not a fan.
It's gone to,
I heard it once.
I said I heard it. I didn't say I was a fan. But yes, so I found,
overheard it. Oh, keys dropped. Oh,
yes.
okay, cool.
So I found it is possible to die from actual embarrassment when stress or anxiety rises, which can accompany embarrassment. A surge of adrenaline enters the bloodstream that could kill you. It is for the reason that people undergo cardiac reaction from just embarrassment. Oh, sorry, in a minute. It's
Wait,
for
so
this
someone had a
reason.
heart attack
It's
from
for this.
embarrassment?
It's for this reason that people can undergo a cardiac reaction from not just embarrassment, but fright or even sexual response.
Damn. Can you think like when you were younger? Can you think of something that might have happened to you that was embarrassing?
Yeah.
Several, apparently.
Yeah, there's loads. There's stories I've gone to tell on there before.
I'm glad you've mentioned that, Joe, because this is my new book.
Yeah. I haven't divulged my secrets until this book now, coming up Monday. Greg Embarrassment.
Episode title.
Greg Embarrassment.
Greg Embarrassment. That's great.
Yeah, no, many embarrassing times, and I a lot of them pop in my head now, even when I was like a young kid, and still give me that feeling you talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, fuck, don't think about that. I try not to think about it, and I think about more and more. I'm like, oh my god, and I get that horrible chest feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
hate it.
feel
I
like
carry
there are
There's not
more
really
things.
there's not really like recent times I felt like that. I just carry it from a younger age, I think.
I think you definitely, as you get older, you definitely get that feeling of like not giving a fuck as much. Like, as I said, like the amount of time I always look at my Facebook memories, and there's always at least one fucking thing on there from like 7, 8, 9 years ago that was just like, oh, did this in the pub last night.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was more just like fucking like, it's not even embarrassing. It's just like, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah. Oh, look at Joe covered in marker pen.
Yeah.
He's going to work 2 hours later.
Joe's wearing his boxer shorts ripped to pieces on his head again.
Classic Joe memories on Facebook. But no, there's many embarrassments. It freaks me out. Like, I hate being embarrassed. It's a horrible feeling. Actually, the last time I felt really embarrassed was when the nurse, when Indiana was born, we were in the hospital, sent me to... It's not even be embarrassed about. She sent me to go get some milk for Indiana because we're all using theirs. I didn't even think about it. She's like, you need to go get some more from Sainsbury's. And she taught me through the one to get. And I went and got it, and I came back with the wrong one. And I pulled it out, and she made this big thing of, oh, what? No, that's not one. Like, oh, you can't give her that. As if I should know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry, like, I didn't know. She said, did you keep the receipt for that? And I hadn't. Like, I'm out the shop now. I don't even took it. And then she said, you need to go buy more. I was like, fucking now I've got to go back into the... It's tiny Sainsbury's. It's like a corner shop. It's not Norburton Station. Yeah. I was like, now I've got to go back and be like, this is the wrong one. I need to get this one. And the nurse made me feel really stupid, so I was really on edge about that, and I felt really awkward and embarrassed. And I don't want to go back and be like, is this the right one?
Damn.
It's just such a silly thing. Anyone else would be like, oh yeah, sorry, go change it and bring it back. Yeah. But for me, it was like a huge thing that I was like, oh my God. Not even the fact I should be more like, oh, I've got a kid now, I'm a dad. It was more like, oh, it's too bad. This is what being a father is. I've got to take this back and exchange it for...
I can't even buy milk.
I can't even buy milk, and I feel so embarrassed that I've got to go back and ask. So yeah, things like that. That's why I don't... It just got me thinking, especially when I was listening to that woman and that geese drop, just got me thinking about just being that horrific feeling of being embarrassed. I've had it with ex-girlfriends like that, when they've started getting angry and kicking off in a public place. Yeah. And I'm like, just keep it, like, just calm down. No,
you know
I'm not fucking calming down.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
No, you know about that though? It's more in the sense that someone's going to hear a woman screaming and they're going to come over and be like, what have you done? And they're just going to, trying to be the knight in shining armour and fucking break your nose off.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember that ex-girlfriend having an argument. We couldn't argue in the house because, like, her flatmates were having a bit of an argument out on the street. We were walking back to her house, I think. I was walking her home. And there were two drunk dudes sat on a curb by her house. And we got closer, and they go, oh, is she bothering you? And she's like, please, just leave us alone. And he's like, no, I need to make sure everything's all right. And she's like, please leave us alone. And then his other mate was like, he's a nice guy. He's just making sure you're safe, love. You're being ridiculous to this girl. I'm like, no. And it just started getting like that. Yeah. But then again, I also had it when a drunk girlfriend was fucking smashed and used to cause me a lot of problems when she got really drunk and was like shouting at me in the middle of Kingston. And I was like, shh, it's okay. Like, why are you getting so upset? Yeah. It wasn't even, I don't even know what the problem was. And then some guy came over and was like, mate, do you know this girl? I'm like, my boyfriend. He's like, I wasn't talking to you, was I? Like, right in my face. And she's like, do you know this guy? And she went, no. And he fucking grabbed me and threw me into the wall. And I was like, fuck, mate, like, fucking getting his arms off me. And I pulled my wallet out and I had a picture of us in there. And I was like, mate, we're a couple. Like, fucking, she just smashed. And he hesitated for a bit. And then he did fuck off and leave us to it. And I was just like,
yeah, because and you know what? He's probably embarrassed by the fact that he fucking got involved in that.
It's like the next day, everything was fine. It's just like, do you remember what happened last night? No, you don't remember, do you? Okay.
Yeah, no, and I fucking hate that shit as well. It's just like,
I was
what happened? It's
you
like,
had me
you know
pinned
what?
against
Fuck
the wall.
you.
You had me pinned against the wall because you told someone that you didn't know me and I was harassing you. And I was just trying to get you home because you were smashed.
It's that shit fucking infuriates me, man. I like this. The whole thing just fucking frustrates me. It's bullshit.
Let's put things up a bit with.
Let's not go down that fucking route.
We were going that road. But with the terms, so me looking at could you die from embarrassment actually led me to a list.
Oh, I did
a
actually
fun
think
list.
of. I did think of another particularly embarrassing moment from my teenage years. So when I was in college, going through the skater boy fucking shit, I wanted a wallet chain.
Of course you did.
So I just thought
I had a dice one.
I'll just go to a DIY store and just I'll just get some chain.
I mean, that's not bad. That's a good shout.
But like I wanted like a big one, like so like it was like it always got caught around my knee when I walked. That sort of shit.
It was just literally weight. I had to wear like 3 belts to hold it up.
Yeah. So me and my mates went down. Like we went to a college where like nearby there was a fucking Great Mills or a Wicks's or whatever.
Right,
and we went in there and literally just bought some chain and like you cut it off yourself. And
oh wow!
Buy it. So we did that, and then like me and one guy were leaving the store, and then another one came bombing it out of there, just like running like after us. So then we started running because we thought, oh shit, like he thinks we've just like left him in there. He's gonna fucking try and hit us. And then we look behind him, and there's 2 guys like chasing him.
Oh, right.
And we're just like, what the fuck happened there? I was like, I don't know. They just like, I don't know. I was running after you guys. I don't know why they started chasing me. Then we all got back to college and we're just like, do they think we fucking nicked something? And all this sort of shit. So like for the next like hour, we're just like, fuck, what the hell? They're going to come to the college because they're going to know that we're just fucking a bunch of college people. They're going to find out who we are.
And we haven't stolen anything.
Yeah, because like completely paranoid. So we went back. And I was just like, yeah, so I bought this chain like about an hour ago, and then like 2 of your guys chased us out the shop, and I don't know if you thought that I stole it, but here's the receipt. And they were just like,
right,
okay. And I was just like, so is everything fine? They were just like, yeah, we don't know what you're on about. And it was like, oh, great. And then we all walked out, and they were just like, Joe, you're paranoid. Just made us look fucking idiotic. And then we fucking, as we're walking off, 2 of the guys come to the door and they're just like, oi! And we're just like, oh! And they're like, nah, we're not joking. I was like, oh, fuck me. So yeah, that was another particular moment that makes me cringe.
I remember going into Virgin Megastore in London with Lee, and we were both going to. I was looking for an album like the rock section. He was looking at something in another section. And we both walked in.
The not rock section.
Yeah. I was looking for I think I was getting an album for Rob. I think it was a Biff.
You know what annoyed me about HMV? They always put rock and pop together.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2 separate categories.
This was Virgin Megastore in London when I used to be there. And we walked through the door, and I went one way, and Lee went really quickly. So we were like, we were rushing to go somewhere. So he walked in. I went one way. He went another.
To the Green Day signing in HMV next door.
As soon as it happened, I saw a guy at the till look at us and quickly be like that. And I was like, fuck, we just looked like we just walked into Rob.
You fucking just walk off in separate directions?
Really quickly. Yeah. And he came straight over to me and was like, are you right there? Can I help you with anything? I was like, no, I'm fine. He's like, cool. What are you looking for? I was like, I'm looking for an album. Okay, you're right. You know what you're doing? Looking around at the guy going over to me. And I'm just like, oh, man, they reckon we've stolen something.
Yeah.
Like, because the way we walked, they reckon we're trying to nick.
Yeah.
Then I felt really stupid, and I was like, fuck, I didn't know how to deal with the situation. I wasn't like, I'm not stealing, because I was like, that's the worst thing I could say.
Yeah.
So I then just kind of left the walk, walked over to Lee, and there was a guy near him, and I was like, they think we've stolen. Then we looked really awkward talking, and then they kept hassling us, are we okay? And we just left, and I was like, fuck, I feel really embarrassed.
Yeah, man.
That they think they just prevented a robbery, and now we're going to...
They haven't. They've just literally just...
Scared 2 kids out the shop.
Yeah, they're just like, well, that's only 20 quid we could have really done with.
Anyway,
don't see Virgin Megastores anymore, do you?
No, that's why. Just chasing out the young commuters, the young customers. So when I mentioned about looking up dying of embarrassment, I've got vouchers. I've got a birthday. When I looked up at dying from embarrassment, I came across a list, and it was not people that died from embarrassment. It was a list of people who had died embarrassingly.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Like people who had died in embarrassing ways.
Oh, fucking bring it.
So I mean, we have to see whether we think these are embarrassing or not, because I just can't imagine. The title was pretty good, though. Anonymous horny man and woman.
We ain't going out like that.
Yeah.
We ain't going out like that.
So,
we ain't going out.
Here we go. In 1980s, there's 13 of them, yeah?
Oh, good number.
But,
Good
yes, well,
number.
yeah. In 1986, a woman was found in Dayton, Ohio, naked and trapped under the corpse of her lover. The couple had been making love in her car, which was parked on the upper story of a garage. During sex, he died, collapsing on her and pinning her to the back of the seat. By the time she was discovered under his decomposing body,
Oh, no.
she was suffering so badly from the effects of dehydration and hypothermia that she too died within hours of her rescue.
Oh, how long was she up
I
there?
don't know.
That's not embarrassing. That's horrifying.
And that's how I think these are going to go.
yeah.
Because when I read it, I was like, how can any be embarrassing? And
Sex deaths.
I looked through, not all sex stuff, I looked through and I was just like, that's horrible.
That is really fucking bad.
I mean, it'd be bad to, like, you know, if your parents are told, oh, we found her underneath a guy she was banging in a car.
That's fucking, man, that's really
Paul G. Thomas. Paul G. Thomas, the 47th.
His dick was still inside her.
I don't know.
Rigor
right
mortis,
away.
man. You know that shit's
Rick and Morty, what are they doing there?
Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis.
Paul G. Thomas, the 47-year-old co-owner of the Thomas & Sons Textile Company, met a ridiculously undignified death in August 1987
I like the phrase undignified.
when he was wound into a giant spool of wool.
What?
He was caught up in the spooling machine when his body was discovered. He had been suffocated behind hundreds of meters of yarn. So he was basically wrapped
God.
up. There's not a picture of it, but it was basically... That's obviously a comical picture. But it was obviously wrapped up in a big ball of fucking wool.
Oh, that picture's so good.
Robert L. Hughes. There's a picture of him.
Damn.
Big fat man.
Big fat man.
Before obesity became a modern plague, being ridiculously overweight held enough novelty value to make 486-kilo Robert L. Hughes a minor celebrity.
That is big.
That is big. However, when his flab-related death came in 1958 at the age of 32, Hughes's dispatch from the mortal world was lacking any dignity. He had to be hoisted from his deathbed by a crane and buried in a coffin made from a modified piano case.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so far that's the worst.
Yeah.
In embarrassment level. Not in it's
I mean, you're dead, so you're not
embarrassment.
embarrassed, but it's... Yeah.
I think, undignified is probably the best description for that one.
Yeah. Anonymous pig farmer. The body of a Romanian farmer, naked apart from a condom, was found in his pigsty. A doctor pronounced the farmer had died from heart failure. While his family tried to explain his unusual appearance that the death was down to his fondness for pig wrestling.
Why is he wearing a condom for pig wrestling? And why is he naked?
Banging his bears.
I don't know exactly how pig wrestling's been explained.
And
to
would you have
his
to wear a
parents.
condom? Is he trying not to get a disease or get it pregnant?
I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't know the rules. So
Some
it could
etiquette to pig wrestling.
There might be some etiquette to pig wrestling.
Damn, that's
Maybe
the
the condoms to stop them chomping on it because they don't like the taste of the plastic
Maybe.
or the not the plastic, the
chomping on
latex.
it. I don't mean sticking it in their mouths.
No, but pigs like you, mate. A pig will chew on a dick.
Right, okay,
Absolutely
yeah. That's
chew
why I
on it.
wouldn't put it near the mouth.
Yeah, no, but it's not going to chew on the dick if it's covered in a condom
Right, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
because pigs end up as
Seem
sausages
to have-
and they end up in a cling film like
You think, wow.
wrapping.
That's just the condom of the guy that was fucking it. Right.
Yeah.
Damn. You seem to know a lot about pig wrestling.
No, I'm just saying that's
and
a possibility. I'm not
condom
saying,
etiquette for the sport.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
That's a fucking embarrassing one.
Yeah, no, that is.
And that's also the dying of embarrassing. It said during sexual encounter. So he had a heart attack during obviously
the fat
joyful
guy?
sexual encounter.
The fat
No,
guy?
the Romanian farmer we were talking about. That banged
okay.
a pig.
I don't like that picture. Of the
No,
pig
it's a
actually.
horrible picture of a pig smiling,
pig
isn't
with
it?
teeth.
It's a horrible picture. I
I know
don't know why
pigs
that's
have
the
teeth,
one.
but that's not the right teeth.
That's that's an embarrassing one though, man. Fucking being found dead. You've obviously been fucking a sheep. Pig. You've obviously been fucking a pig. Like...
He'd absolutely been fucking a pig.
Fuck,
absolutely.
I'd love to have heard his
And
family...
I think the pig defended itself.
I'd love to have heard the family trying to just talk him out. Oh, he was just, making love to his sister.
You know who else? You know who else who really liked wrestling? His uncle.
Albert Hattensperger.
Okay.
Oh, it's not even Albert. It's Abelard. Abelard Hattensperger. The naked body of Abelard Hattensperger was found on the deck of his boat in Germany in 1983.
Wow.
An autopsy showed he had been struck by lightning, but could not explain why his groin was covered in grease.
Ew.
So he was just naked, groin covered in grease, but died by being struck by lightning out on his boat.
Damn.
That's weird, isn't it?
We ain't going out like that.
That's weird.
We ain't
innit?
going out like that.
Robert Dean Eaton. The body of 60-year-old Robert Dean Eaton was found naked and chained to an oak tree in an area outside Happy Valley, California. Police said he had a history of mental health problems. He was always doing this sort of thing. Wow. Jesus
Well, then
Christ.
stop him.
Jesus Christ.
What?
That's not really embarrassing death, is it? It's horrible.
No, it's just
He's like, he's got a history of mental health. He's always up to this sort of shit.
he's always chaining himself to
Found
trees.
naked and chained to an oak tree. Fucking hell.
Someone had to have helped him chain himself to the oak tree there.
Well, who fucking knows? A taxi driver found the bodies of Brent Tyler and Chelsea Tumbleston naked in a street in the city of Columbia, South Carolina. In the early hours of the morning of 27th of June 2007, the couple, both 21 years old, had fallen 15 metres from a pyramid-shaped roof on an office block. Although alive when found, they died from injuries sustained during their drop before arriving at hospital.
Damn.
Police investigating the incident found their clothes in a vehicle in a parking garage adjacent to the office block.
What?
One witness, who presumably didn't see anything wrong with this, reported a cute young couple arrived at the garage in a car and climbed onto the roof. They were laughing and happy. He pulled her into the roof saying, "Baby, I got you." Detectives could only speculate what happened, but one admitted it looked as if they took a tumble during the height of passion. Is that a pun? Did they make a pun? Did they?
So what? They were just what?
They pulled up in this car. All their clothes were in the car, so they obviously just...
Well, they were just fucking on the roof of
They
the
went
car.
on the roof. They climbed up on the roof of an office block from the car,
Why would you get naked to do that?
and then they were fucking on the roof.
Surely-
And then they fell, obviously, during the throes of passion, they fell off the roof.
I would not undress before climbing a roof.
So I remember reading a story about someone that fell naked out of a balcony during a threesome, and I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you gotta go... Apparently, he was able to go back up the stairs, but was locked out. Like, he didn't die.
What?
I don't think they were that high. It was only a few meters, but he was
okay.
out. Like,
I fell out of a window, but I was on the ground floor.
and was it during sex?
No, I got laid afterwards. I lost my virginity that night.
Ah, yes, windows are good, man. See, it's good, isn't it?
I got pushed out. Bullen pushed me out.
Well, it's great. It's like that. That was obviously a symbolic reference.
Great wingman. Great wingman.
Symbolic reference into pushing you into your sexual
adulthood.
awakening. I can't.
I can't go on now.
Theatre laws or something like that. Dieter? It's like theatre.
Deity?
Deity. Let's just...
Deirdre?
Laws is his surname.
Mr. Laws.
A 53-year-old photographer was discovered in Germany apartment in 1985 with homemade electrodes attached to his testicles.
You don't want that.
And a cock gag in his mouth.
That is fucking embarrassing.
Police described his death as an unusual but self-inflicted accident.
Not suspicious in the slightest.
Oh, I hate these things. Those massage things that you put them on your head.
Oh, yeah.
So we have one of those. It's been locked. Well,
I did it when we were helping you move. I put it on an headset, and it literally went from to ooh.
No, I hate it. Like it makes me spat. I kind of go into a weird, like I have a weird seizure from it. It's horrible. And Lizzie would just sit there and she would pull it on my head. I forgot about it until we moved that house, and I fucking saw it. This story seems to be about one of those. There's a picture of it. They're all German. A body of retired German electrician.
German's freaky, dude.
Yeah, a body of retired German electrician, Manfred Lubitz, was found in his apartment in Malaga wearing a homemade gadget he called the Orgasmatron. It featured a vibrating mat massage pads and electrodes attached to his manhood. Police believed he died as a result of a power surge.
No originality in that fucking title. I'm going to call it
Orgasmatron. Orgasmatron. Orgasmatron will be its name, and everyone will love it.
Orgasms in disguise.
Right, we're down to the last 3 now, so I
Okay.
imagine these are going to be pretty horrific.
Deep.
Alex Maines.
I don't know that person. Sorry.
Alex Maines was found dead in 1989 on Hampstead Heath,
Ooh.
a London beauty spot also notorious for a place where gay men meet for casual sex. When discovered by an elderly dog
Always
walker,
start with a positive.
When discovered by an elderly dog walker, Maine's body was naked aside from a Star Trek t-shirt and a condom tailing out of an orifice.
An orifice. Ooh.
An autopsy showed he had died from cardiac arrest, possibly related to recent sexual activity. So a lot of people have just heart attacks. The interesting thing about this article is the picture they've used for this is a bunch of topless gay men hugging on a cruise ship. Which has nothing to do with the story at all, apart from the fact
Greg,
that he might have been gay.
Greg, you don't know they're gay.
They're all hugging, touching, and robbing each other.
It could be a group of strippers.
It looks like a gay cruise.
You look like a gay cruise.
Thank you. Now that's... Oh, poor guy. Obviously just had a heart attack.
Obviously got
during
fucked
sex.
to death.
Yeah, poor
Is
guy.
exactly what happened.
And then he was found, a Star Trek t-shirt as well. If it had been any other t-shirt, they just would have said a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But the fact it was a Star Trek t-shirt, poor guy.
It's like, ha, gay nerd.
Oh, there's a picture of the...
His anus.
There's a picture of the double down KFC sandwich in this one. That's nothing to do with the article. I think it's an advert.
It's back, you know.
That's what it's saying. Patricia Mullen, we're in the last 2 now. When 230 kilo, Patricia Mullen died from a heart failure related to her morbid obesity in 1996. The first few hours after death were anything but dignified. I love that word. Chicago police officers dragged her naked body from her house and left it on the curb when... then told the neighbours, the fat lady's dead. Want something to eat? Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Right, last one. My Hallie Jubus.
I was wondering why your eyes went so wide there, but now I realise because of the name that you had to pronounce.
Hungarian painter, poet and sculptor Mihaly Gubrus was killed when was killed when his 1.5-ton sculpture of the woman with 4 breasts fell on him. Gubis, a Chinese sculptor, had been loading the 24-foot artwork made from sand into the back of a lorry in Germany. Ooh, Germany again. At one point during their attempt to transport the sculpture to an expedition, the huge piece of art lurched violently to one side, leaving Mihaly to try and push it back with his body.
Jesus.
However, the 58 artist not only succeeded in throwing it further off balance, causing it to fall on him, he was crushed and died instantly. And because that isn't a very funny note to end on, we'd like to point out that Mihaly was always somewhat accident prone. He had been forced to give up his first career as a classical guitarist when an accident was caused during the making of screen prints, resulted in him no longer having a finger. What?
Jesus Christ.
So he was a guitarist and
So they
lost a finger during a screen print.
So to lighten up the story of his death, they told him of an equally mortifying experience from his younger days.
What was the worst one out of all that to you?
The first one, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. There was one near the end I thought was pretty bad.
Maybe the pig one. The pig one's kind of bad.
Pig one's bad. Pig one's bad as well.
Oh, Jesus.
This is embarrassing situations to,
I-
some of them were just horrible and sad.
Oh, the undignified one as well. I think
Yeah,
that's,
they were
no, the
all undignified. It was all in Germany as well. I mean, the study was done in Germany.
Maybe people in Germany are kind of kinky.
Embarrassing, man. It was like, well, funny. I thought bringing it back to Elvis, like dying on the shitter.
What would you feel would be the most embarrassing way that you could die?
Wanking.
Really? I'm thinking something arse related.
And found like it.
Yeah.
Like in like fixed in that position. Or
Asphyxiation. Just that went too far.
yeah, or
The
just,
Michael Hutchinson.
then again, I'm really scared about anything publicly. Like people that do the street performances and they kind of go, who stands before? They kind of break into a big acting piece. Someone doing that to me in the middle of a shopping centre, it's not the worst thing, but I'd hate it. I'd be like, what the hell's going on? If all of a sudden I was on some fucking prank TV show.
I think if anyone in that situation came up to me in a prank TV, I'm just going to be like, mate, I've come here to kill myself. Can you leave it?
Just
to make it super awkward.
See that low, mate. Jesus.
Like, mate, I'm just going to just jump off here. Can you just leave me alone, please?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I don't know what the worst thing would be. Probably something to do with wanking or being exposed in like a pub or something.
Yeah.
Like, I remember hearing a story when I worked at Natterjack's about a guy. It was years ago when I first kind of started there. I never met the guy they're talking about, but I'd always hear tell of this guy. He'd come in, he'd buy fucking all like the expensive gear and all the fresh new trainers. And he apparently, Andy told a story about when he was in London. And he was walking literally Oxford Street, and two guys like lured him down this alley and literally robbed him and took all his clothes.
Damn.
And he was just left in London
Naked.
I think he had like underwear on, maybe.
That's
but they took his
fucked.
shoes and everything. He was middle central London with just his fucking boxers and socks. Like, what do you do?
Jesus Christ.
You haven't
What do
got
you
a phone. You haven't,
What
you haven't-
do you do?
you haven't- I don't think even mobile phones then. Like, what the fuck would you do? Like,
If I just
you
saw
got no
someone
money, no wallet. Everything's gone.
Yeah, no, you're fucked up.
You're just in your pants.
You're absolutely
You'd have to
fucked.
ask someone to like Facebook someone. I wouldn't be able to remember his number. I'm terrible. I'd be like, can I log into my Facebook if I can remember my password? And like,
You just call the police.
oh yeah,
immediately.
do that, actually. Yeah. That's
I'm
true.
going to be more concerned about getting.
That's a
some
much better
clothing.
option. Why am I not thinking about calling
Just
the
going on Facebook.
I'm asking strangers.
I've got right status.
I'm asking.
No one will believe this. Think of the likes. Think of the likes.
I meant to get. I'm going to get a picture of myself on your phone and put it on my Facebook. Guess what? Lol. Can't believe this has happened.
Won't believe what
Greg has
happened.
checked in.
Inbox me on.
Greg has checked into self-disbelief. No. No, I was thinking to like get in touch with someone to be like send help, or of course you'd phone the
Feeling
police.
mugged.
Feeling mugged. Feeling mugged at the Shard.
Man. Oh, embarrassment's a funny one, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel we should quickly mention, I haven't read the article, so I can't go too much into it.
Yeah.
But obviously there was a big sort of answer during the whole cat killer
Yeah,
recently,
well,
wasn't there?
you know what? I saw a bunch of stuff on Facebook about this, and then I saw the front cover of The Sun and what they did with it. And they were just like, after 3 years of investigating, the police have decided that the cat killer is foxes. And then just had a lineup. So they're like Basil Brush,
Oh, of course they did.
Megan Fox.
Oh, amazing. That's
Like, and it
clever.
was just like, oh, for fuck. Like, it's just like, but
Yeah, that's what they said. Basically, I read some of the article from the
didn't know,
Guardian,
man.
and it was basically them saying, "Oh, after we decided it's not a killer, it's just foxes." But and I agree, but some of them probably are. Some of them, I saw pictures. Of
Oh, yeah,
fucked
no,
up cats. I know people that had it happen to them.
yeah, man.
Like, who was it? My mum or Lizzie, whoever was at the vet when one got brought in, and it's just like, it wouldn't be Lizzie. Why should we have got a dog, an animal? But yeah, one got brought in. It's just like it obviously just being not ripped to shreds, like cut.
Yeah.
Like, oh, its tail's been nicely cut off, so is its leg, half its leg nicely cut off. Like,
Yeah, like strange decapitations.
yeah, and some of them were we talked about this in the podcast, were arranged in almost like satanic fucking.
Yeah. It's yeah,
strong.
man. Wasn't like one of them found like just hanging off a fence or something?
Like, yeah, like crazy shit.
Just like that's like a fox don't
But
be
interesting
hanging shit up like that.
interesting. The article was like they've said it was only foxes with evidence to back it up, but doesn't tell you what it was.
No, exactly. Yeah. Of course
Like,
it
I was like, oh, okay, it's interesting. But yeah, it just seemed a bit of a damp end. I was really hoping we would find someone. I didn't think one person was doing all of it. I got one guy had done a few and it got out of control. Maybe someone else just thought, that looks fun, maybe I'll do that.
This is going to be our Zodiac killer, isn't it? It's so fucking lame in comparison. There's no puzzles.
fucking
There's no fucking puzzles for starters.
Didn't you have something you wanted to bring up?
I did, yeah. I got during the week I got tagged in a news article that I wanted to read out, and it goes greatly into my fear of adult babies.
Right. Oh, okay.
I'm just going to read the title of it here. Man fakes Down syndrome to get unsuspecting caregivers to change his dirty diapers and bathe him.
Right. So you sent me a screenshot of that and I misread it. I misread it as fake to have Down syndrome to get a sponge bath. I thought that's what was happening.
Kind of happening. Paraphilic infantilism, also known as autonepiophilia,
Wow.
psychosexual infantilism, and adult baby syndrome, is a sexual fetish that involves role-playing a regression to the infant-like state. In the context of a fully disclosed and agreed to safe, sane, and consensual arrangement between two consenting adults, it would rarely be news.
Ooh.
This story isn't about that. Instead, an Arizona man was arrested for faking Down syndrome to hire 3 caretakers to bathe him and change his diapers.
Wow.
The district attorney charged Paul Anthony Menchaca with felony fraud and sexual abuse after he posed...
Abuse.
abuse.
I'm charging you with sexual abuse.
Hey, can't catch us here.
Ah.
Sexual abuse after he posed online as a woman. After he posed online as a woman named Amy, looking for a caregiver for her son with Down syndrome. Menchaca used apps such as CareLinks and Care.com to find women he hired. As Amy Menchaca, he instructed the caregivers to punish him when he dirtied his diaper by putting him in timeout and taking away his privileges.
Why? Would they even do that?
According to ABC 15, Menchaca hired 3 caregivers over the course of his deception. 1 at first, then 2 others in July. The woman would arrive at his home in Gilbert, Arizona, where they would bathe Menchaca, help him use the bathroom and change his diapers. One of the caregivers told ABC 15, he needed shower and grooming. He couldn't use the bathroom himself. He couldn't be alone by himself. He acted like a child. His whole demeanour was childlike. He would act in tantrums, talk like a child, act like a child. All 3 women said Menchaca became sexually aroused.
Of course.
When speaking to the news, one woman said, "Why would you do that? Why would you make us change? Why would you make us change you knowing you didn't have to? Why didn't you give us a choice?" When Menchaca's first caregiver became suspicious, she followed him to his real home. Menchaca's parents answered when she knocked on the door. She then discovered he didn't have Down syndrome.
Uh-huh.
The 3 caregivers confronted Menchaca, who admitted to lying about his mental condition. He was later arrested on September 6th. He had been working as a school crossing guard.
Fuck, that's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, that's... Ooh.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, man.
That is
wow.
fucked.
That is fucked. Oh, man. As a school crossing guard.
Yeah.
Wow. It's worrying, isn't it?
Oh, but the whole, like, purposely shitting yourself?
Yeah. And, oh, yeah, that's I think, I know I'm missing the point of the story, but the school crossing guard bit really put me on edge then. Like, and that's what he's
because he wanted to be
doing.
Well, if he's pretending to be a child.
Yeah, he's probably learning from them.
I mean, it's a fucked up mind state. Oh,
man.
God, yeah, he's probably learning from them.
And then just like, I couldn't imagine. That'd be fucking embarrassing. Someone changing me if I'd shit myself. That'd be embarrassing. Being forced to have a nappy change,
Like having your legs in the air
would be really embarrassing.
You know what? The idea of someone else wiping my ass,
yeah,
is a horrible idea.
The way you were saying it, I thought you were going to be like, sounds great, but not having my nappy changed.
I'm not like I don't want someone wiping my shit off my ass for me.
Can you imagine if we found out someone we knew was caught doing that? It's so weird, wouldn't it? How would you act?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Somebody I know, or sort of knew, was recently caught on one of those fucking paedophile stings.
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. The live video of it happening, he was pulled off Facebook.
Holy shit!
But I've seen like the.
Oh, is this one of those like vigilante pedo groups?
But he's been arrested. And I've seen it getting shared around Facebook, and people I know are talking about it, and I've just been like, whoever the guy I knew him with was like, I'm not fucking surprised. A lot of people are like, I'm not surprised. I remember this guy. I'm not going to say who it is, but I remember this guy. Years ago, posted a picture of himself naked on Facebook. But I think he was meant to send it as an inbox to some girl in Thailand, and he posted it as like him naked, and he got screenshots, did the fucking rounds.
Yeah, dude.
There's now screenshots coming out of messages he sent girls.
That's it though. This is all before like revenge porn became a thing. Like
he's got multiple like profiles. Everyone's now, and I found them. They're easy, and he's like changed his like date of birth and a lot of them to like 1993, when really it's like 60s. Like
shit.
So that's fucking crazy, man. But this one didn't really surprise me. I was like, I'm not actually that surprised by this. It's a horrible thing to think. But it's just that happening. But I think that's crazy.
I think it's the sort of thing where obviously, like, you say that you're not surprised, but like, it's not like you're spending every single time you see this person thinking like, you're a fucking paedophile. You know, it's just it's this sort of thing where just like they have these tendencies that are a concern.
I didn't work with him, but he was in the proximity of the area I worked in, so he was known.
Yeah.
And there were multiple conversations and discussions. And I remember saying to me, not to my mate, just like, in fact, when I sent the screenshot to my mate, let's just say it was Lee. Lee replied, "Be like, I am not surprised." He's like, "I think we called that, didn't we?" I was like, "I think we did." Like, someone I'll show the picture later on. Somebody on the picture was like, "Come on, I don't know this guy, but if he showed up, I know you shouldn't judge by a book by its cover.
Yeah.
But if this guy showed up at my house as a babysitter, I wouldn't be going out. There's no way."
You know what? Funnily enough, I've seen some things.
That's embarrassing. Imagine that.
Is fucking.
If you weren't, you would be mistakenly full paedophile, and they came with a live Facebook sting as you leave your fucking house.
That'd be awful. Yeah, no, that'd be bad. Because the thing is,
that makes you feel. That makes
you know
feel
what?
a bit sick.
The thing is, in that situation as well, is like, even obviously if it's like not a misunderstanding, but if it's like completely flat out not the situation, and you're caught up in that, that's a stigmata on you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like you could walk around with a fucking sandwich board saying, "I'm not a paedophile, it was proven," for the rest of your life, and still people be like, "Oh, there's that guy."
That's like, yeah, because the stigma, the air of it's on you.
Exactly.
It's stuck to you. That's it now.
So fucked. Yeah. That shit will fucking send people well off, mate.
Yeah.
People kill themselves over shit like that.
Fucking A, I
Like
would.
people that are like falsely accused of rape.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
That would fucking.
Yeah.
Oh. Just like, well, if I'm going to get accused of it, I might as well just go out and do it.
I feel like we should bounce into an agony aunt then.
I was going to say something. Fuck. What was I going to say? Oh, no, that was it. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of things. I saw a thing recently on Facebook, and it was a list of different like celebrities that had like dated young
Oh, yeah,
girls.
it was R. Kelly on there.
Yeah, R. Kelly was on there. Married Aaliyah when she was 15.
I thought she was 14. Right, okay.
Apparently, did you know her first album was called Age Is Just a Number?
Yeah, still part of the story.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But there was something more recently, and it was so 11 from Stranger Things
Yeah.
was said to I think in an interview saying how her and the rapper Drake like are close. They sort of like talk, and she said, "Oh, he talks to me about boys." And then, but like, and also sends her texts like, "I miss you."
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's a grooming motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
Then
weird.
I found out Drake's current missus, 18 years old. He's like in his 30s.
Yeah.
Like, but
She's a weird one, that girl 11. Like, I'd never follow her on Instagram, but from hearing people talk on podcasts, I've gone and looked, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm worried about her." And she's very sexualized on there.
yeah, I can believe
Very
that.
sexualized. And you're like, "Fuck, she's 13." And
But
you read comments, people talking about her, and it's like,
know.
"Fuck, guys, she's 13."
Mate, but we've had that
now.
always. Like the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
There was a website dedicated to the countdown to them turning 18.
What's her name from Game of Thrones? I know she's grown up now, but like first
Maisie
season.
Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And fucking, what was it, Chloe Grace Moretz?
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, everyone's just, like, sees people and just like, I cannot fucking wait
Yeah.
until she is of legal
She's
age.
famous. It's fine.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, like, you see people, like, you see Instagram videos of, like, people, and it's, like, girls doing either, like, the fucking, like, the miming to songs, or they're just doing something with a song going on, and it's just them in their gym wear. You see, like, fucking 13-year-olds doing that, because they see that, and it's just, like, it's everyone's fucked, basically.
So,
like,
I remember an ex-girlfriend of mine was telling me years ago, we got this big debate, and I've heard it brought up a lot, especially recently in the news, about how obviously back in the day being homosexual was, as held as discussed as paedophilia.
yeah.
And now it's normal. And it was like one day that would be the same with paedophilia. And I'm like, fuck, I just can't see that one being the case.
Nah.
But there are places where you can have...
Too fucking
Didn't-
extreme.
What country, I swear, recently changed the fucking child marriage or rate or some legalization?
It would have been somewhere
Who
ridiculous.
the fuck was it?
Russia?
I can't remember. I'm getting confused because also the Indian Supreme Court, then it ruled that gay sex is no
that's
longer
right.
illegal over there, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Right. But wow, yeah. It's happened. I watched a documentary about that weird cult where the old dudes, they're even old dudes, like probably our age or older, like marrying fucking young girls, and they were like, yeah, great, like this is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, in the name of Jesus, marry
And
me.
you see all that shit about like arranged marriages and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like you see people end up dead because of their refusal to do it. But it's the mentality of something that, like, arranged marriage is fucking mad. I don't like.
I mean, I know people that have had arranged marriages. I've worked with them, and they've always seemed very happy and in love with each
Yeah.
other. But there are obviously the ones that don't work out,
Of course.
the ones that aren't, just people living.
But I think
here.
it's the stigma of it, of just like if you don't do this, you'll bring shame upon us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just like
It depends how
the
deeply
guilt, and it's the fucking mind games that comes with it. And
I know
it's
people
really
that have
fucked.
turned their backs on arranged marriage and have been outcasted from the family.
Yeah.
Inevitably have usually gone back in the end, but I usually get
Are you
outcast.
thinking of the film East is East? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking. The film is deceased. I've known a few people that's happened to. Well, we seem to be dancing around agony answer these conversations. Before we get even fucking deeper here, sorry about that, we got sidetracked about paedophilia and such. Let's give some advice that
We seem to spend the first half hour being a bit giddy and silly, and then by the end of it, we're kind of
the
just
last
sort
couple of weeks we've gone a bit deep, haven't we? Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Agony answer. Let's give some shit advice.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
My boyfriend is admitting to me that he kicked a seagull to death after it stole a sandwich out of his hand.
Jesus.
It's so much funnier when you read it out loud. We have been together 4 years and live in Cornwall. Well, gulls have been a problem, but he has never been violent before. We were talking about seagulls because they had been on the news when he came out with this. It happened last summer. We're in our early 20s. I can't stop thinking about him hurting an innocent animal. I've tried talking to him about it, but he is adamant that the seagull deserved it. How can I get past this?
It's like the early stages of like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. I'm kind of with this guy.
I wouldn't have the balls to do it.
I wouldn't be. No, I wouldn't
people
be.
See him like I saw a guy at Brighton Pier grab a seagull once.
On my walk home last night, I thought I found a squirrel with no head.
Right.
So I took a photo of it. It had a head. And now I've just got a picture of a dead squirrel on my phone.
No, yeah, I saw a guy grab a squirrel off like they're on the rails, and it was going mental. All the rest started flying over, and everyone's like, "Let it go, let it go, let it go." I've got a picture of it somewhere. It was fucking crazy.
I've had a real nature week, man. I saw that badger during the week.
I've never seen a badger.
I'd never
not
seen,
a live one. I've never seen a live
not
one.
in real life. I'd never seen a badger, and then and it just fucking saw it waddling towards me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
On the way to Trevor's wedding, when we're driving, like when we were in the area, there was a dead one in the road. It was fucking huge.
I've seen dead
fucking
ones, yeah.
massive. But there's a live. Where were you?
I was the round the back of Surbiton Station.
I can't remember if it was in Surbiton. Yeah.
So where
That little woodland area.
Yeah, well, you know that hill that then there's to the right. There's that kind of sort of little woody cut off bit, and at the top of the hills, the school and the
there's actual woods all around there, like a wildlife reserve.
So it was fucking there.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's where I thought it might have been when you said it.
It was it was cool. I didn't act quickly enough to get a photo, but wasn't expecting to see.
Was it big?
Fucking big old lad.
Fuck.
Like the size of a fucking bigger than a Jack Russell.
Wow, fucking hell. But yeah, kicking a seagull to death. I mean, not much you can really do about it, love. I mean, if you can't get over it, then what do you do? Like, you've been in 4 years. Has it changed everything?
Seagulls are massive, though.
Has it changed everything? Like,
he just kicked it.
What, out the air? I like the.
No, that's a great idea. Why would you? If it like, it stumped me, in all honesty. I'm trying to think about the scenario. Like, so, like, the seagull's like gone to fly off with the sandwich.
Yeah, how did he get it?
Yeah, that's it. How the fuck did he get it?
Did it land and start
down
eating?
And curb stomp it?
Did it land and start eating? Usually they don't. Usually they take it and go.
I don't think that she should be like, how can I get past it? This is not a thing that is like, this doesn't deter your relationship.
I've definitely told this story before in here, maybe a couple of times, but it definitely also ties in Embarrassment. When I got shit on by those 3 fucking seagulls in Cornwall, and it was like heavy, wet clay hitting me.
Yeah.
And it looked like clay. And I was like, oh, it's okay, it's not actually shit. And it was. And we were visiting some friends that I hadn't seen since I was a baby. And they had to walk me back up the hill to their house. And as we did, their son Jake came past with all his friends and fucking pissed themselves laughing. I was walking my arms out, it was all my hair. And I had to go shower in their house.
Was that an embarrassing moment for you, Greg?
Shower in their house. I had to borrow the dad's shirt. Fuck, man. It was so embarrassing, man. It was so fucking embarrassing.
Yeah,
but yeah, fucking, I would have kicked them to fucking death. Embarrassed the fuck out of me.
No, fair dues. I think you got good motives for that.
It was so disgusting. I actually thought it was like shit that falling out of the gutter of the building. I was eating my fucking fish and chips as well, and it all fell in that.
Fish and shits.
Fish and shits. So yeah, you know what? Fuck him, man. Good work. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna piss off a lot of people by saying that. But,
No,
you know,
I don't give a
this is bad advice. Get over it,
I
love.
don't give a
if,
fuck
you know what,
about
love?
what
If
people
you're
think.
struggling to see past it, why don't you go get the shit out of a seagull and see if you get a taste for it?
Yeah, tell you what, if you were
Then you both
really
would've done something
fucking
together,
hungry
wouldn't you?
and your sandwich got nicked, I'm sure you'd fucking react badly.
Yeah, could have been. Get a fucking sandwich, packet of crisps over there, and see what fucking happens.
I can't believe that she's more
Seagull
concerned.
stole it.
She's so concerned about the violence that he sort of put towards an innocent animal, yet she's not commemorating him for the fact that he actually caught a seagull to then kick to death.
That's so impressive, darling.
Yeah.
Tell me again how you kicked the seagull to
He
death.
caught you a seagull. I don't know, man. I
We didn't
can't-
catch it for her.
It seems like I don't think that's something that can really deter their relationship.
Yes, it's on the roof. I've got a taxidermy on the roof.
Drop kick it.
As a reminder, as a warning to other seagulls.
This is what happens.
This is what happens when you fuck with a man's sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't really. I mean, like, well done.
What if you never know, the seagull could have choked on that sandwich.
I mean, he could be telling a bit of a porky that's escalated.
You never know.
You know, it's kind of sort of thing. You know, just to bring living with each other 4 years, and he's never mentioned kicking a seagull to death.
It's not one of those things that you sort of say on the first date, though, is it?
No,
Like,
but 4 years. I know it happened recently. Didn't you say it happened recently?
I wouldn't. If I was in a relationship that long and I'd kick a seagull to death, I mean, I'd probably bring it up if I thought it was in.
But didn't it happen like a
conjunction-
year before? Didn't she say it happened?
Said last summer.
Right, exactly.
So
So
3 years in, this happened.
that's the kind of thing you'd be like, by the way, I did this today.
Yeah, just
How was your
like,
day, Steve? Well, I
yeah, no,
suggest I
that's-
kicked the
that-
shit out of a seagull.
Yeah,
to
I
death.
think I'd say that if I was in that relationship and it happened during that, I'd be like, so I kicked a seagull
I've got
today.
PTSD from waking up in the night in cold sweats. No!
No, you're that just waking up, just going, mine.
Mine! I found myself stealing people's sandwiches. Help me. I need help, Trish. Help me. Help fix me. Please fix me.
Yeah, I don't think that's an issue. It happened. What you can't unkick a seagull.
It's like that old Sponge song, Kicking Pigeons. There was a kid growing up that was...
Can that be the title? You can't unkick a seagull.
Yeah, that is a good title, actually. You can't unkick a seagull. There was a kid growing up down my road. He was always the one we kind of took the piss out of. And he was desperate to be in the RSPCA. I remember we told him that we went to Kingston once and kicked loads of pigeons to death. And when the police caught us, we told the police all our names was his name.
Wow.
Fuck, man. He was like, well, no, I'm never going to be in the RSPCA. Like a nice kid, man. Like,
Damn.
Fucking broke down. He was so naive, bless him.
You piece of shit.
I remember he was so naive. He used to call a cat a pussy. And I remember he was telling us about his auntie's pussy. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll go round and play with my auntie's pussy. I'm like, oh.
No.
But he didn't know. He didn't. And we were like, oh, wow, cool. Would you take your auntie's pussy on a roller coaster? Yeah. Would you stick your auntie's pussy in a prickly bush? No, that'll hurt the pussy. I'm like, yeah, it probably would. We'd all go around and play with
Different
my auntie's
scenarios.
pussy.
Oh man. Well, I think it's safe to say that brings us to a rather good ending to this episode.
It does, yes. Thank you for listening.
Indeed.
I,
Always.
of course, have been Greg of the All Seeing Guys. Greg Unkick a Pigeon Armstrong. Seagull, fuck.
Can't unkick a pigeon either,
can't.
even if you did lie about it. And I guess that means that I've obviously been Joe. I don't know. Shit my nappies Jackson.
Thanks for listening.
Peace.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.